Good morning, dear students, and welcome back to our chapter number 3, Plant Kingdom. So, in our previous class, we have discussed that what is algae and the different type of morphology which is present in algae. So, today we are going to see the various reproduction in algae. Okay, which type of reproduction found in algae? Okay, so let's start. So in algae, three methods of reproduction are found, and these are vegetative reproduction, asexual reproduction, and sexual mode of reproduction. Okay, so you can see in this chart is given very good. It is given, see here, vegetative reproduction, that is by filament, by bulbils, by amylomastars. Okay, asexual reproduction, see here, by zoospores, endospores. So in this way. Now in sexual, like isogamous, anisogamous, ogamous. Okay, so let's talk about what is vegetative reproduction. Okay, so it takes place mainly by fragmentation. On the other hand, unicellular algae multiply by mitotic cell division. So in some plant it takes place by bulbils and by animals stars. That is, example we having is Cara and Nightelia. Okay, now asexual mode. In this type of reproduction takes place by means of many types of spores. So they are germinate and give rise to new plant. So the different types of spores found in different algae is has a following, that is zoospores, aplanospores, endospores. See, in this way it is given. Okay, now sexual reproduction. So in this type of reproduction, two type of gametes are formed. By their union zygote is formed, and by their union zygote is formed. So from zygote new plant is formed, that is isogamous, anisogamous, and ogamous. Isogamous means this type of sexual reproduction, the fusion sex cells or gametes are alike morphologically but different functional. Okay, means function is different but they morphologically they same. Anisogamous, the two type of sex cells are different from each other and morphologically and functionally. The female gamete is bigger in size than male gamete. Okay, now ogamous. In this type of sexual reproduction, the two type of gametes are different from each other and all are respects, that is the female gamete is non-motile, large in size, non-flagellate, spherical, whereas male gametes are motile, small, and possess flagella. Clear? So these are the different type of reproduction in algae found. Now let us talk about the classification of algae. So multicellular are eukaryotic algae and mainly classified into three classes. Okay, that is chlorophyta, that is green algae, now phanerophyta, that is brown algae, and rhodophyta, that is red algae. Clear? Now let's start with green algae. So this is very vast, so I can't explain you each and everything, but try to understand little bit. Okay, I'll explain you in short. So the chlorophyta, the chloros means green and phyton means plant. So it constitutes the largest group of algae. It comprises over 425 genera and 7,000 species. Plants are green due to rhododendrons and chlorophyll pigment. Okay, because they having a redominance pigment, so and also because of the chlorophyll pigment. Okay, so we can see the green algae as some characters, like green algae occurs in all the type of habitat. So majority of these species are freshwater, but some are marine. So and some grows in moist place such as Vaucaria. Okay, now some are found in algae pattern of like lichens. Okay, so they are found in symbiotic form with fungi. Okay, now they are having various shape and size, and majority of them filamentous with maybe unbranched or branched. Okay, so in this way we can also divide it like branched and unbranched algae. So generally they are autotrophic because they having a photosynthetic pigment, right? And the photosynthetic pigment is green algae are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, and beta carotenoids. Yes, the color of green due to predominance of chlorophyll over carotenoids. Okay, and the food reserves as starch. Okay, now so I'll show you some pictures of green algae. See dear students, here some examples and some pictures is given, okay, of different green color algae. Clear? Now next we having is Phallophyta, that is brown algae. Okay, so let's talk about Phallophyta. So brown algae belongs to the division Phallophyta. Phallus means brown and phyton means a plant that constitute a second large group of algae. Except few genera um, like Bonandilla, and which is found in brown algae, are marine, and color of the plant body is brown due to the presence of the pigment phaxoxanthina. However, it may also ranges from the olive green to light green. If the cells have lesser amount of the pigment, then the length of the plant body may be up to 40 to 60 meter in some member. Okay, so I'll show you the structure how it is look like. See. Yes, this is known as some brown algae. Okay, so all brown algae are usually marine and occurs in both tidal and subtidal region of colder seas. The plant body consists of filamentous structure and lower form, okay, and parenchymatous in higher form. Clear? And it also included a largest algae. The gained brown algae are called as scalps. Okay, so in this way you can see here you having lots of characteristics. Now let's talk about the next is a rhodophyta, that is red algae. So rhodophyta, red algae are predominantly marine. It included about 5254 species, most of which are seaweeded. Okay, and they imparted red color due to the predominance of phycobilous pigment. Okay, now let's see some characteristics. See here it is a figure is given. You can see some red algae. Okay, so red algae from an ancient group of algae without non-flagellate cells, and they are predominantly marine. The plant body varies from unicellular and parenchymatous sheath to graceful leg and like seaweeds. Okay, cell wall possesses cellulose, now pectic compound, and certain mucopolysaccharide that is called phycocolloidals. So in this way you can read about the red algae. See my dear students, here is some comparison between the chlorophyta, pharophyta and rhodophyta. You can see here a group is given. You can learn by this group also. Okay. Now next we having is bryophyta. What is bryophyta? Bryophyta constitute the primitive group of non-vascular plant in which plant body is found of thallus, that is, it is not differentiated into root, stem and leaves. However, root, stem and leaf like structures may be found in them. They are regarded as the primitive group of plant that have inhabited land after migrating from the aquatic environment. Clear? So let us talk about some bryophyte. So most of the bryophytes are land and dwellers. However, few of them are aquatic also. They often found in damp and sandy habitat and found to grow during rainy seasons, forming green carpets and mats of the damp and soil rocks, walls, trees, trunk, etc. So they can easily found, you can see on the wall, on the rock, on the soil, in various places. Okay, so see, they look like in this way. Okay, this is the some pictures given of bryophytes. Okay, now, so if we will talk about the classification of bryophyte, then modern botanists divided bryophytes into three classes. Okay, first is, see here it is given. Yes, Hepatocospids. Next is Anthrocentrocospids. Next we having Bryocospid and Music. So, yes, Hepatocospida, that is liverwort. We having the example. Yes, Anthrocospida, that is hornwort, and Bryospida we having mosses. Okay. In this way it is also categorized. So you can see the different characteristic features of these following things. Okay, now next we having is Trachophyta, or we can say a vascular plant, means vascules are present. So plant having windpipe like structure are included under this division. Okay, means those plant having wind like structure. So yes, Trachophyta, trachea means wind, windpipe, and phyton means plant, are the most dominating organisms of the world, and it included about 2,75,000 species. So means which type of characters is found in this plant body contain vascular tissues like xylem and phloem. The sporophytes is fully adapted from their environment, and plant body is sporophytic. Sporophytes is dominant and differentiated into root, stem and leaves. Thus these plants exhibit division of labor. Let's see the classification of yes, Trachophyta. Tracheophyta is divided into two classes, that is cryptogamous and phanerogamous. Cryptogamous means the flower and seed absent, those plant in which flowers and seed is absent. But when we will talk about phanerogams, that is flowers and seeds are present. Clear? So we having the subdivision is Pteridophyta, means in cryptogamous. Pteridophyta means those who having flower and seed is absent. Okay, so Pteridophyta, the first terrestrial plant to invade on the land, and these are popular known as vascular cryptogamous. Okay, and they contain vascular tissues like xylem and phloem, but they are always devoid of flower and seeds. Now, Pteridophyta shows advancement over the bryophytes, and the group included about 10,000 species, most of which are found in moist and shady places. Okay, so this is known as Pteridophyta. So again, this Pteridophyta having a classification. Okay, Pteridophyta is also divided into many types, that is Phyllophyta, Lycophyta, Anthrophyta and Phelicophyta. See, it is given in your book. Okay, so we having many pictures related to these types of plants and also the characteristic features. See, this is the common, that is some common pteridophytes. These are the pictures of pteridophytes, how it is look like. Okay, so you can see, right? Yes. Now, my dear students, next we having is gymnosperm, means those plant having necked seed plants, means the plants. Yes, I forgot to told you one thing, that phanerogamous is divided into two parts, means cryptogamous having only pteridophyte. Okay, but phanerogamous having gymnosperm and angiosperm. Gymnosperm means seed necked and angiosperm means seed are covered. Okay, so I'll give you the example of seed necked. Seed necked means the pinus plant, right? The cycas plant. Yes, so these are the examples of gymnosperm. But whenever we will talk about angiosperm, that means seed are covered, means those plant having a seed as a covered, like mango, neem, jamun, maize, sunflower. All these are the examples of angiosperm. Clear? So we will discuss this gymnosperm in our next class. Okay, I hope you are doing your studies and you understood this. Yes, this is very interesting. Thank you.